We have made horrible life decisions.
Yeah.
Just as a quick question, so I know how much I'm fucking up. How much health does Alana have?
Don't worry about it.
Bearing in mind, I am using spells which bypass AC.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It does make it funnier. Should be fine. Anyway, Princess ready. Silas, what are you doing else?
Okay. I'm going to drop my concentration on my detect thoughts, sadly. Oh well, I got what I wanted out of it.
Thank God I can get rid of Halo.
You can,
Very good.
yes. And now I'm going to Radiant Action to, if Alana gets within my range, I'm going to Mage Hand Dirty Trick her to blind her.
Right, fair enough then.
Which means, basically, if she passes this line, or gets to this line, she's going to be made dirty tricked.
Okay, Jim, I have a question.
Yeah.
Based off of the wording of the thing, is that like I can do it that number of times, or is it I get to move that number of times based on my dex modifier?
It would be like, say you wanted to charge Ash,
Mm-hmm.
or say you wanted to charge hold on, I had an example of this. Say you wanted to charge Princeton and he was there,
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't because like the wall was in the way. What you could do instead was go like where.
Okay.
If you get me, you can move 5 feet to either side of your charging line while doing it, or more if you spend more points.
I unfortunately have 3 stamina, which is I was going to have Alana hit the brakes and go, wait a minute, Wolf's down there, and just charge down there instead. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So instead, Alana's just gonna try and charge Ash.
Okay. Alright, please stop.
I understand. I'm just gonna roll my will save it.
Oh yeah, actually, at the start of your turn, you'll also need to roll another will save.
Oh, it's true.
Alana, how does it feel to have so much attention on you?
It's weird. Don't like it. She really doesn't like it.
Oh dear.
Actually, but you're not looking at it. Never mind. You're fine.
I'll just put myself here.
Alright, well.
Damn
it.
Well, you made an attempt.
I did.
If that fails,
doesn't beat our
please stop
CMD.
one tile further forwards.
My CMD is don't worry about it.
Yeah, I had a feeling it's pretty high.
Ben
Daughter of
Alana
James.
goes, and April's turn.
Yes.
That's true.
One tile further forward, seeing as he's slightly behind where Silas is. Oh no, I can hit you from there. Okay. Right. Boop. Fort save for half damage and to resist daze.
To resist Dave.
You are dazed and
Dave.
take 7 electricity damage.
That's fine.
As this happens, Princeton goes, "Oh, I guess you didn't really need me."
No, but it was good to have contingencies.
As he has got to exit from the battlefield, seeing as his, prerequisite condition is gone.
He'll be reabsorbed into Silas.
He's not consumed.
Hooray, he's not consumed.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm probably going to start introducing more is, if you want them to do something which isn't their ability, you can consume them for that. Just to use one of their abilities that they have.
Okay.
So, like, for instance, Princeton is a cleric. If you really wanted to use this channel energy ability, you could, but you'd use him up for the fight. Not be able to use any of his other stuff or get his benefits. Anyway, rest in peace, Alana. There's Melody. That's gonna be so cool as well. I don't know, I think Lady Amanda's funny.
Yeah, I'm making so many typos tonight.
It's just a panic. It's whatever comes to mind, Epos says.
Pretty much is. That is how I try to play him.
Okay, that is 40 feet. Priz is just gonna double move here and kind of slink through that broken section of house to get into here. Also, I can't tell. Are you at 50% HP, Rose?
No, not yet.
Okay, so it doesn't trigger. Alright, that's Priz's turn.
Okay, Aaron.
Okay. Drink this just so we have a little bit of more contingency time, and I know exactly what kind of time frame we're working with. Aaron's gonna pull out that awful old bottle of Protection versus Evil that she has, the last one she has, and force full round action force Steve to drink.
Oh, this is shit.
I know. Shut up. And meanwhile, Aaron's also going to direct with her knees to have Rusty duck down put his head beneath Restive's legs, pull up, so she just sort of gets dumped onto his back and sort of caught by Aaron as a back.
Okay. She should be smaller, actually.
Yeah, we're
Or
both small
medium.
size, so I figured I can do this.
Yeah, she was small.
Oh God!
She's very small.
She's not become diminutive, J-Mac.
There you go. She's not that small either. Eh.
So Steve easily fits in backpacks now.
You know what? Aaron's panicking. More spurring. Rusty's gonna melt beneath her. 90. Whoops.
I'm gonna need to stop you a little bit earlier.
Sure, where?
You might have found a new hand.
Yeah. You think Steve might have had a little bit of help as as you're riding for Steve suddenly goes, "Oh fuck, I forgot about that," and you see a hand kind of whoosh out of the bushes.
Well, good thing she has a chainsaw currently running.
Yeah, she can't attack this turn. Also,
But she does still have a chainsaw spinning.
She'll basically be there. She does for the next 4 turns.
Oh yeah, I forgot the bat. He would have put at the end of my turn.
Yep.
It's only two.
The bat
left.
returns back to his forest.
Gone back to find the one that got murdered.
They're friends.
Please don't kill me.
Oh, it doesn't get to attack you.
Oh.
The red dot was just so I could see it in the bushes.
Oh, so it just moves there?
It was there. I just had it back a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Well, time for it to be chainsawed on the next turn.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you
Well,
want to attempt to.
I'm gonna 40, 50, 45. I will choose to acrobatics to get out of its sight without provoking.
Okay.
Which is actually going to be a Rusty thing to do.
Go, Rusty. Go, Rusty. Go. You are good, my friend.
Sweet. So that was 60 there. 65 because of the acrobatics. So I got 75 more movement to go.
Damn. I should probably let the tennis out as well. As you get there, I need you to make my will save.
Yeah. Actually, thinking about how Aaron is.
Do you want to see? You want to see that her? She was already averting her eyes by not really looking and kind
Oh
of.
yeah, she has. Yeah, well, I mean, she has her eyes closed. Yes.
Okay.
If that's an option, if it's based on sight, then yes, I will close
Yes,
my
it is.
eyes. Not because I know that this is the thing that solves the issue, but because Aaron's just closing her eyes.
Yeah, that feels fair when you're going super fast. Okay, in which case you can avoid it for this turn. See if Ira is gonna take it head on. She doesn't want to let this thing out of her
She
sight.
has protection of evil running.
Yep. This will be too higher then. She good.
Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
I will. Ash. As you hear a commotion up above.
Ash just sighs in relief. Oh, thank Aristotle, I'm not dead.
You almost saw the end of a ribbon for yourself.
Thanks, Lana. Appreciate you not killing me.
Alana just looks really angry at nothing. Life sucks right now.
I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna cast Enlarge Person, hold the charge. Hey, Wolf, high five!
I think Enlarged Person
Actually,
does
I
take a
think
full
it's
round
It's a
action.
1-round spell.
Oh,
yeah, it's a
sick. I
It's
keep
also a
forgetting
close
that.
spell, I think.
It's not touch.
It is.
It's one of those spells that everyone thinks should be a like standard action spell because that would make it
And
so much more
spell.
useful.
Looking at you sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
does mean
I
you can
mean-
go back to where you were and just kind of ready it as an action.
Well,
Oh.
you can start casting it, and then at the start of your turn, as long as Wolf is in close range, or Alana.
Which Wolf is not going to beat.
Alana does not benefit from this. You've been over that
Yeah.
before.
Oh right, yeah. Again, not humanoid.
It's not even the fact she's not humanoid, it's the fact that she's a dex-based build.
That too. Still technically increase the damage dice of your scarf.
You know what? I am going to move here.
I'd appreciate a protection from evil.
Yeah, about that. That's not happening. Now, is there anything reasonable that I can do? That becomes the question. And the answer might surprise you.
Throw Bluebell at it.
dies immediately.
Yeah,
Allergic
that-
I mean, it's very
Skunks.
unlikely to be immune to the skunk ability.
I mean, that depends on how good its sense of smell is.
I mean, you don't really see a nose.
You
Birds
don't,
have
you
noses.
don't need a nose to smell.
Yes, birds have noses.
Whack.
I got nothing.
If you need something, technically Alana was hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move over here and cure light wounds on Alana.
As
That
mean,
is a-
technically Alana would have
Well, that
lost her
makes it-
Well,
ward.
restored everything Ipos did.
It's also true.
Alright, my word's gone. No.
The bubble.
We said for a session.
I'm sorry I popped your bubble.
Cordia.
Not the safety bubble.
Discordia. Oh,
There are
whoops,
multiple-
that was just Steve.
There are multiple directions Cordia can go in.
Yeah. It looks and sees Steve and sees Ion Star and goes, ah. Quick question for people who know more Rosemi. You can steal Ion Stars, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Not-
it's difficult. It's difficult, but you
I mean,
can.
Ion stones actively try to not be taken by anything other than the thing they're attached to.
Yeah, but you can still do it. It's
They do have an AC of 24, however.
yes, that's the big thing.
Favorite thing for us is technically a steal maneuver, wouldn't it?
It would be a still maneuver, yes, which would be against 24 still, though.
Modifier would not be good enough.
Like, iron stones are hard to steal just because the fact that they actively dodge out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is possible, but it's a pain to do.
No, Cordia's gonna try it anyway. She's cast another spell. If you want to spellcraft it.
Mage Hand.
Probably. Psychic
Mage
Mage
Hand
Hand.
cannot steal an iron stone.
Let's see.
Dirty Trick Mage Hand.
Spellcraft.
No, it'd have to be a steel mage hand. Ash, she's casting Pilfering Hand
Ooh.
Try to steal some.
versus a 24. Nope.
Hey.
Not even close.
You know, Produce had enough of this.
Hey. Hey, hey,
Receive
hey.
Scary.
You get back here.
It gets to the edge of a map. Next turn, Cordia will flee if given the chance.
So far away.
I
I
cannot
missed a
get in
hand.
range.
Actually, that's because the hand should be bare. Ooh,
No, stop.
I can get bare.
Fuck you.
Doesn't match into anything else. Steve. Steve looks back at the hand and then goes, Aaron, can you handle that?
I got it. What am I hand to leg? Aaron still has her eyes closed.
As Steve's going to use one of her combat techniques, which I've been dying to show off. She presses her rip glaive against the side of a building, and Steve's not very heavy. She just zips up the side of it.
Nice.
She whoop. It's 45. She pulls from her belt a small hourglass, which she starts to spin in the air. As she does, electricity starts to gather up around it. And she says, "Take this, you fucking bastard bird." As she appears to cast lightning bolt.
Don't worry, though, when Ipos gets it, it'll be higher damage.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
It will be.
Well, she does have a few points spent in evocation. How did the bonus from that work? Was it one for every dice? Spells do 1 point additional damage of the same type to each. Okay, it's not per dice, it's just overall. Which is going to 18 points if Cordia cannot dodge. Oops. A hole just forms in Cordia's body as she reverts into numerous hands. She shoots one last look at Steve. Just a seemingly smug bird spell. Which also I forgot. The seal's thing. Steve takes 3 charisma damage as the bird looks back. Something to it just shakes her to her core. Wolf, it's up to you now.
I'm rather upset.
Back
I
to
had
the
something
spell.
I had something very dramatic planned.
We all did.
Break through that wall. Do it.
I mean, I feel like I can't get that far in one turn.
No, go through the wall.
Yeah, the point is that was originally my plan, but now it's
Oh,
way too
oh,
far.
I was thinking about the hand.
Yeah, originally I had this awesome scene planned where I was going to burst. No, I can't do it now.
Give me a second, because the wall that you're next to might actually be open. Let me just view the tiny little zoomed in thing I have. Everyone. All right, I turned this map. That's right.
But let me see.
Yeah, the building that you're next to now, the wall up and basically the two walls north of you, they aren't like there. They've knocked in, so you can move straight through that house.
Doesn't change the fact that Cordy's moved.
Yeah. I don't know if it'd help it at all.
Throw something at it.
No, I will not throw something.
But that's the best tactic ever. It always works.
However, okay, this will be an interesting idea. J-Mac,
Yeah.
now, would you say there are random pieces lying around of unworked pieces of wood?
Yeah, definitely. There's just chunks of wood everywhere.
Excellent. And also, double checking. Do I happen to have a hammer that produces fire?
You do, yes.
Excellent.
Combo?
Kind of, yes. So what I'm going to have Wolf do is he starts his turn by igniting the boom hammer,
Okay.
using it just to ignite a random piece of wood as he's going to move through to here. And while he's moving, he's drawing Crunkle Jumper. Gemma,
Okay.
you see what I'm about to do.
Yeah, I see what you're about to do. Shoot a flaming bolt.
Yep. Is it going to be the most effective thing in the world? Probably not. But the point I've lit the random piece of wood inside my my crossbow. So let's go. I don't even have a macro for this. I have to create a macro. 1 second, because I was not expecting this. Now I doubt this random piece of slightly burning wood's going to do much more than a normal piece. Maybe 1 point of fire damage at most. But that's not what I'm going. Oh, I also heal.
Yep.
Because that's a thing. Because I'm always healing. 19 to 20. What do you think? 1 point of fire damage?
Yeah, I'd probably say it's like a flaming bolt / arrow.
Don't remember how much that does extra.
I think it's this one.
Excellent.
Did we confirm?
It's always weird, the flaming bolts.
So I know Adeline has some.
Point is, I'm going with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shoot this at Cordy.
Oh wait, that's Fred Parry. Okay.
And I'm also going to spend, because I've not finished what I'm saying yet.
Yeah.
I'm
Where
also
is
going to
it?
spend 4 points of stamina on.
Okay.
Bring that up to,
That'll,
bring it up to a 19.
that'll hit. Unfortunately, you did not roll great on damage.
No, I did not. However, that is now a burning piece of thing that means even if it's dim light, that's raising your light level by 1.
That's true.
Teacher, nuke!
As Natavia, as you're setting this up, she goes, I see what you need me to do. Almost
As almost-
concordant.
Yeah, suddenly she's illuminated by the bright light I fire over.
It's almost concordant. Oh, actually, the crossbow bolt for fire does a D4 if you want to do D4 instead of just 1.
Sure. 1.
Never mind. But it's almost concordant. As you fire this bolt, Natavia casts a spell, and it just seems to draw in the light from the bolt and race alongside it, striking Cordia directly in the center, even as your tiny little splinter just kind of hurts him a little. Which I'd say that probably just raise it to normal light, considering it's just like a
It'd be like, I imagine like dim light like a candle, so 1 step up as you're not from normal.
which would be 10 doubled.
But 20 points of light damage plus 2 points of me.
E. Cordia is not dim, but you can see inside her she's bubbling and fizzling from that light bolt. Epos.
Also, my hammer's going to explode if I don't disignite it soon.
At some point, yes.
Epos doesn't have a huge lot he can do at this range, but I do have bullshit thoughts, which may completely break things, and I apologise in advance if it does. But Epos has moved forwards. He's seen what Steve just did. He knows she's connected to the network.
It's in the Matrix.
I use magic device, the Ion Stone, to basically use Steve as like a extension, like send the power through the Ion Stone to hers and then lance it out from there to hit this thing. I am fully accepting if you say no, because this is stretching things, but
Like, the
hey.
thing I'd say is that feels like a hero point sort of deal.
You know, I think I'm okay with that. Especially if it lets me do something like a lightning bolt as well.
Hero I'll
points
say
generally
pick a
only
second level.
Hero points. We tend to really stretch the ability of hero points. We should. Yeah.
I'm fine with it in this circumstance because something's going to happen with Ion Star after this mission.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome to the black ion.
So
Yeah, I'm not going to say lightning bolt, but pick a second level electricity spell if you can find one quickly.
well, I can turn anything electricity, so what's a good
That
second
true?
level
Scorching ray.
Scorching Ray?
Yeah, Scorching Ray's at 46.
So it'd be 4d6 plus 4 for you.
Yeah, that works. Do you still want to roll an attack roll for it?
Yes.
Damn it.
There has to be one point of failure.
I'm using a hero point, come on.
There's always a point of failure, even with a hero point.
Hey,
Would be our touch
Your luck is
attack,
holding
I
fast,
believe,
though.
so hopefully that
Yep.
should still hit.
roll your 4d6 plus 4, I believe it is.
Now, do you know what the axe on?
I do have the axe on. I also have my various traits and stuff, which should add like another 2 or something. So
Sounds about right.
6 plus 6, and then we'll say got 6 charges left in the axon, so we'll just burn all of them as well.
Okay.
Oh.
34.
I am-
Holy shit!
shit.
Wow!
A
Rolling
lot of sixes.
Is this a please describe?
Sure, describe it
Well, I
unless you
had
want
an
me to.
idea, and I'm just sitting here. What the fuck?
Yeah, Tinder, describe it if you want to, otherwise I will.
Right, so as some people mentioned, Ipos sees Steve casting this lightning bolt, and is just, oh, so much power! I want to do that. That amazing! And he's charging up, and you can all see him charging up somehow, and there's crackling in the air. It smells of ozone, and then he realizes he has no way of actually hitting this thing from here. And he doesn't seem to have any way of stopping the power build up either, and it builds and builds and builds, and eventually a spark goes out, hits the ion stone, and sort of creates a bridge, and all the power he's built up just dumps into that. It lances across to Steve's ion stone, and then hits the closest bad thing from there, which just happens to be Cordia, and it combines with the bubbling already going on inside. Crackles around her, stops for a moment, and then just pop. She just explodes with power.
And explode she does. The electricity courses through her, and it's a bit like just a boil bursting as black goo explodes everywhere. Combat's not quite over, because there's one very important thing that needs to happen.
There's a
Namely,
hand
with the
still.
person. Nope. Namely, it's with the person who comes next. Silas,
Hello.
something in your mind, through the detect thoughts, through the connection you have with Cordia, knows that unless you trap her mind somehow, she's gonna come back. You think you understand what she is now. She's not quite a physical form, she's a thought form. Something that your class has dealt with, an infomorph. She's just been inhabiting the goo, but if you actually want to get rid of her for good, you're gonna have to trap her brain somehow. Or not her
Interesting.
brain, her mind. As you can kind of see wisping around her body, there is cords of black energy slowly writhing in the shape of hands.
Okay then.
You know from your classes, there's a few ways to do this. One, probably the more dangerous, but also potentially, something that will pay off, is absorb it into yourself. Maybe it's not necessarily a bad idea, but depending on what the infomorph develops into, it will affect you. For both good and bad.
From the look of it, this thing's like a infomorph of desire, so
Something like that. Secondly, if you have a trained, psychic or a very powerful priest, they can attempt to just kind of cleanse the energy away. Or
have an idea.
third, okay.
Oh wait, well let's do the third first.
Third, you can subsume it into a magical item.
Ah,
The
okay,
item will
so
change.
well, good, because that's kind of what I was thinking anyway. Because you know who I have with me at all times.
Bob Ross?
Mint.
Princeton.
Oh.
Oh, you monster.
Excuse you. No, Mint does not have a consciousness.
Says you.
Mint does not think.
Says
I
you.
know because I use detect thoughts.
It's
She
true.
she just wasn't thinking at the time.
No, that is not how detect thoughts works. Do I need an action to attempt to contain it?
I'll say basically this is the case where you can do it now. However, I do have to warn you as a GM. Think about this for a second. You're essentially creating a kleptomaniac child. You might
know.
who you might not even be
might,
able to
yeah.
control.
Yeah. Do I have anything else? Ooh. No, that's not even really a thing.
Take it into yourself. Get goodies.
I could.
Put it into
Would
Epos. Give
Silas
him
do
goodies.
that?
It
You
already
know,
matches
actually-
your theme.
You're actually it offered you a deal. You said no, but now you have the better end of the deal.
Yeah,
You knew you could get it.
that's what I was thinking because I feel like Silas would do that just for irony of
This
no,
is such a
you
bad
will not give me
idea.
power. I will take the power from you.
As I
And
said
yeah.
I would.
Yeah, he will. Yes, he will sort of thrust out with his mind a thought of, as I said, patience will reward me. I will be taking my power now. And he will attempt to absorb the thought form into his own psyche.
While Cordia is outside of a body, her form is vulnerable, her mind is weak. You can fairly easily do this. Steve, however, is the other psychic person present, just kind of watches and goes, ooh, that's okay. Bold choice.
Well, of course.
As for a second, everyone else can just see this black shape waft towards Silas.
Question.
And I assume yeah?
Can I spend spell slots to sort of stabilize this?
What I'm gonna do over the downtime is you'll have a choice, because infomorphs are pretty free-flowing by nature, but when you take it into yourself, it will define itself by one kind of core ideal.
Right.
So then, sure, if you don't like the choices that end up popping up for you.
Gotcha.
Also, combat's over as well. Pretty much what will happen is you'll gang up in the hand and it'll die, more than likely.
Yay.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Whoop his ass, whoop his ass, whoop his ass, whoop his ass.
A splash, a splash, a splash.
Ipos is smoking slightly, and every time he touches anything, there's a static shock.
I want
Everyone's
to,
hair is on end.
I want to high five Miss Williams.
She returns a high five. Good job, Wolf. Good thinking.
Is it dead?
He grins, holding the flaming hammer over his shoulder that's slowly getting hotter and hotter.
Like, no, okay, stop partying, stop celebrating. Is it dead?
It is contained. Actually, for all intents and purposes, yes, it is dead. In a way.
Yep, young Lord Verinar is correct, Steve shows or calls from the rooftop. It should bother us no longer.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know what just happened.
Do not worry, I am handling it.
Don't make
Hey.
fucking puns.
Mr. Steve,
Yes, Wolf.
do we pass?
Yes, I need to go to bed.
No,
That is
you
a
need
good
to.
idea.
She rubs her face.
You don't need to go to bed. Silas, check for hands.
Fine. Go up and poof psychic significance.
Hands are gone.
Well, is she fine?
Yes.
Oh, thank gosh. Aaron's gonna slump forward on Rusty and just sort of have a moment.
We shall need to work on your crisis management.
I fucking solved everything. Thank you. I handled this crisis just fine.
No, the ends were what we wished for. But you did not handle this crisis. You panicked your way into a solution.
That's a solution is what we needed. I got it.
Yes, but it will not always be that.
It will. It always is. I always find a solution. There's always things that can be fixed, and I do it. Okay, look, Steve, you have no hands. But we're going to be good. We look fine. I don't know. Professors, check her over. I don't know if there's hidden handprints or anything. I need.
Aaron,
I like to everyone just goes Aaron.
relax. That's Wolf's just gonna hand her. Let's see. Hand her
I'm sorry, you cut out what?
hand her a pear out of the jar.
Aaron takes it.
Go, relax.
Okay.
Aaron, if you don't relax, I'm not letting you have my father's alcohol.
I don't care. I just want it to be fucking gone. Just okay.
It is
It is
gone.
fine. We are done here.
Alana does give Silas a weird look, but you know.
Ipos can't feel Ipos' tongue no more.
That was very well done, Epos.
Ipos has no idea how Ipos did that.
Ipos, you were awesome.
He's just he's clearly in shock right now.
Puns.
As you see the hammer smoking behind Wolf's shoulder.
Wolf, you may wish to disable your hammer.
What?
Hammer.
He's just juggling the hammer.
That would be a great time for it to explode. As Wolf is in the middle of everyone.
Wolf will switch it off though. As Ipos is currently running around in circles.
He sort of stumbles about a bit and then just sits down.
Oh, good. Yes. Please sit down. It is time to rest. We have more to do in the morning.
Do you want to get back to camp or?
Yes, I think that
I
would be
want to
wise.
get off this damn continent. Like,
We're not leaving yet.
since day 2, this has been more than I signed up for. with
Alana
this
just starts
school
walking
business.
towards camp, completely ignoring Aaron.
No,
We're-
no. It was. I don't know what this thing. It could be something in the town. You can't just leave everything undecided. We can make sure this thing is gone for good.
Alana's still
Professor
leaving.
Lady would know. Maybe.
Yes.
Yo,
Trust me.
teachers.
Yes,
Teachers?
Ash.
Derek? Y'all got this. I'm out. Ash
Oh, yeah,
starts
Derek.
walking away with Alana.
That's fair. Also, Derek's not being anywhere near her.
He broke off from us at the camp. Dear. Oh dear.
But there's what?
It is gone.
Just gonna let it
I have
regrow
made-
in a fucking
It's
house?
not going to regrow.
Silas
I made
is
sure of
right.
that.
Silas is right. Aaron, as Steve rubs her head, he's contained its essence so that it can't form bodies anymore.
Okay, I'll just pretend I know what that means.
It
I
I
put
don't think I
soul
used any
in
big
jar.
words.
She does not have a good concept of psychic energy or magic in
Okay,
general.
Aaron, here's the simple of it. You know how Big Goop Monster had a core that it needed in order to live?
Yeah?
Silas ate that. But for the hand thing.
They are
See,
not.
you're perceptive.
They're not similar concepts.
No, they're
No, but you don't seem to believe in souls or magic essence or any of that. So that is the closest approximation I got
believe
for
in
you.
souls.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know how
leave
they work.
it. Okay, then Silas has its soul. It can't reform.
And how did he do that?
I don't
Because it
know.
was-
I don't care.
because it is made of psychic energy.
Okay,
And
cool.
as a
How did
psychic,
you learn how to do that?
I did not. It is not something you learn. It is an intuition of a psychic. It is what my kind does.
Okay, sure. All right. That's not disconcerting. I'm gonna fucking go now. Okay.
Good. Good.
Uh,
Enjoy.
Erin turns to go leave the town, but then she realizes she'd be doing that alone, and then looks around and sees Lana wandering off, and is gonna go catch up with that.
Yeah, no, Ash is basically.
I hope
just
you know
gone.
Alana's gonna walk faster because Aaron's annoyed the hell out of her and she's too polite to say anything.
You can't
Good luck.
face her.
She has Expeditious Retreat. She's gonna
I'm
cast it.
still faster.
I know it's.
Though I do like now the idea that Wolf's going to be sprinting back, Alana's going to be expedition retreating back, and Aaron's going to be racing.
It's just a
oh,
progressive
yeah,
you
I-
each getting
Why
faster.
are you
That
running?
motherfucker's coming with.
As I break out into 40-foot mode instead of 30-foot mode.
And,
just-
and at this point, Ash just like gives up on going, trying to keep up, and is just like, you know what? No, my Lillian, we're just gonna hoof it.
Yeah, after Aaron having a mental breakdown, which fair enough, a lot of people can kind of understand it. We have kind of formed our own separate group around the teachers.
I do have a quite. Alana, why are you annoyed? What? Are you not freaking out about this thing? The scarf also commands you to kill dead things. I need to make sure this thing is gone.
It is dead. Why do you think I'm leaving? It is the first
How
time
do you
Aaron's gonna hear Lana
know?
raise her voice.
I can't. Oh God. Ah.
I would say if my scarf was telling me to. It's not. Calm the fuck down, woman. I'm not even as paranoid as you.
Yeah. Well, you know how to hit things really, really fucking hard. I'm not used to fucking things like this. I can't. I just don't know. I need confirmation. I guess if you guys are telling me, yeah, fine. I still don't like this.
Of course you're
Situa-
not. You're massively paranoid. You will never be 100% satisfied. You will have to live with that.
Fine. Fine. I'll.
Excellent. Now, go sleep.
I expect common updates on now how that storage containment thing is working out for you. It's all I want. If you can give me that, fine.
Yes, I can.
Great.
Riss just like, okay, I'm gonna be over here. You
And then Erin's gonna have a breakdown cry. Instead of just panicking, she's just gonna have a good cry.
Ippos will come over and sort of pat her on the back and just be nearby.
I suppose then Alana and Wolf will continue their walk back without the need for hammer therapy.
I
Because
feel a
how
little
did-
bad because
I-
Roland's here and he's just kind of like, yeah, alright, I'm just gonna, yeah.
He's off to the side, like when your mum's talking to someone you don't know, and you're just like, Mum, I need to tell you something.
I can't do anything about this.
Riz is probably fucked off by this point.
Oh yeah, Riss is kind of just like, Vincent's stuff started getting heavy. She was just like, peace out symbol, fade into the darkness.
Uh,
She's-
Hold on.
Hmm?
I have an image for this. Carry on.
It's probably the specific image I'm referencing, yeah. But yeah, she's, ran through the night, dealt with a giant hand. Oh yes, pretty much like that. She's ran through the night, dealt with a giant hand. Or giant bird hand thing. Yeah, she kind of echoes Aaron's sentiment, but she isn't gonna, like, start a fight about it. Sleepy time now. But yeah, the group and all its companions, the small caravan that it is, can make its way back to camp.
Huzzah.
Gonna basically fast forward for what would be the next day. But as you can imagine, there's an announcement where the professors collectively tell the student body and all the adventurers what happened about the possession of Steve coming here months earlier as an expert rune delver to investigate the place and falling victim to Cordia on one of her solo expeditions. Fast forwarding to how. Hold on, I need to cough. Fast forwarding to how when she came back to the university, it couldn't control her quite, but she still had this compulsion to return, and hence why she brought the class here. Well, she does kind of add the slightly. She's quite tired. She has a snarky note of, "I would have still technically brought you here if there wasn't a giant, possessing bird hand thing." But that's a whatever. But in the end, it basically accumulates to a massive apology of sorry for potentially putting you in this much danger as they have.
It's like
The emotions around camp are kind of mixed.
It's like she meant to put us in danger, just not this much danger.
Yeah, it was like a quantifiable amount of danger. It's like when you let your child be near the stove and accidentally burn their hand in case, but that's like teaching them a lesson. It's not as if you're throwing them into a volcano to teach them how heat works.
Well, you say these things. You don't know how Ippos teaches kids.
It's true.
Hopefully we'll never find out.
But
Um,
for
I will say though, Wolf also wants to go around and apologise to all the people he knocked out with his hammer before.
yeah, that feels fair. Most people Nell and that will accept. it.
Yes, they were attacking him, but at the same time, Wolf feels bad because you shouldn't attack friends.
Ippos does not feel bad at all.
Yeah, the only people who don't really accept is Dole and Ilma, as they just kind of you've kind of cemented yourself as Aaron's in-group, and yeah, no likey.
Erin simply walks past and says, "Make that 3." 3 times I saved you, basically.
Gonna get you one day, Silversmith.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
What? Aaron, what? What's going?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, the emotions around camp are mixed because a lot of people didn't have the experience you had of, you know, oh, I was attacked by giant birds and, you know, equivalent boss level monsters. For most people, they just kind of had to deal with semi-threatening jelly things, and that was kind of okay.
We have been scarred by our experiences.
It's true.
Ash will remember this.
Time for therapy session.
Fucking right.
I mean, in fairness,
They,
there are
they
two
better
characters
offer free counseling after this shit.
I mean, I think these two are particularly going to need counseling.
Yeah.
Which two?
Ash and Aaron.
Ah,
I don't so much think Ippos, Wolf, and Silas are going to have an issue. Neither is Alana.
And Alana already has
Dangerous.
crippling PTSD. Nothing's gonna make anything better for her. Nothing can
Any-
phase her at this point.
This was more of an outlet than anything for her, I'm sure.
Yeah. If anything, this has made Silas more cocky.
By the way,
Con-
Erin is not at the announcement. She's busy working on something.
I do have one question before we, first of all, end the session, and second of all, leave this place. Aaron, do you really want to check the city?
Erin wants to make sure that whatever is in there is dead.
Alternatively, you could just send IAP on his own.
can Steve tell us anything about what the bird was guarding?
Actually, yes, that's another good thing. You can catch her alone after the announcement. She's set in a medical tent as Madam are busies about her. Oh, Cordia had a nest. She hoarded things. Silas, you talked to her a bit, right?
Yes, it seemed to be a thought form of desire and greed.
Jealousy, envy, you know,
Yes.
all the bad things that kind of make you want stuff. And
Yes.
she was no different. She liked to hoard shiny things, people, anything that interested her. She was particularly interested in you, Silas, because of what you do with Mage Hand. And she was particularly interested in you, Aaron, because she found it fun to torment you.
Wait, what?
Hmm?
Didn't hear that.
You
What?
found it fun to torment you? Was that it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
The others, well, she was interested in the ion stars, but she couldn't get close enough to take them. So she waited. If she could get one of you two, she gestures to Silas, and if Aaron isn't there, just, you know,
Could likely
down
get
low, I
those,
suppose.
yes.
Yes. No, you two seem to, you know, hold a lot of sway in the group.
I'm not sure if
Yes.
you take that as a good thing or a bad thing, but okay.
We're going to be staying here one day while I get my shit together, first of all, and then we'll be leaving.
So if we send IAP, they will return with many a treasure.
Potentially.
Good.
I mean,
Then let us do that.
out of character, the city was pretty much safe now, wasn't it? Like, all the constructs were deactivated there and shit like that.
Yeah. Everything that seemed to have been a danger was simply an illusion.
Thinking I
I
might
trust
go
you, Silas.
with...
I do. I believe you have it captured. I don't believe that it doesn't have backups. I'm going to go to its nest.
Yeah, I was about to
Fine.
say Ipos would probably go with IAP anyway, just to have a look around, and kind of curious if in this nest it is only stuff and it doesn't have like hand eggs.
That yeah.
Yeah.
I hate how you worded that, Ipos, but yes, I agree with you.
Fine. If you discover anything that may be of particular interest to me, please do bring it back.
I will.
Thank
What?
you.
Why it would have poorly? I mean, lizard have lizard egg, bird have bird
No,
egg,
no,
kobold
I'm
have
more the
kobold
mental
egg.
scarring image of what you've just put into my brain and thrown through my imagination. I don't want to believe that be the case, but I'm now imagining that, and I'm very displeased.
What if the eggs are just hands?
Shut up.
Cup.
Stop.
What are the hands that just hatch smaller hands?
Steve, I did not need that.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Maybe that what the hands it put on people were for. It would like go inside and then burst out with more hands.
I'm gonna have Rusty eat you.
No.
You have 30 seconds. Go. Run.
No.
Yep.
No. Rusty not eat me. Rusty not eat.
Oh yeah, now you believe that. Okay, of course.
Just sat there grinning at you.
I need to do some work.
I'll let you do the other ones.
Yeah, no, I'll get the D100s.
I'll do the D10.
I'll do the
J-Mac.
whatever extra I get for actually going to the city.
J-Mac, was this thing mainly negative energy?
Yeah, again, everything here is pretty much mainly negative energy.
You can't harvest shit from it.
No. Silas already did, I assume.
Thankfully, thought forms aren't innately negative or positive energy. They are just thought.
THOT. Right, where's my scroll generator?
Oh,
Please
hey.
tell me because I'll tell you now, most of the things you find. Well, I can start with the easier one of the D100s. Silas, you find 730 gold pieces worth of gems, cutlery, anything shiny, you can think of it.
That was 700?
730.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you low rolled are just straight up gold. Unlucky.
No.
It was whatever you got from there with a 0 at the end. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, seems like it.
Let's see. What's the first scroll you find? Ooh, okay. Alana finds. Well, not Alana, just particularly. You find on a scroll, and finally, an item. Woo! I had to quickly write stuff down, so don't do this just yet. I'll tell you when. But someone decide if you want to. Who wants to roll the final d6 that I'll have for this?
I mean, Ipos already called it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, Tinder, I'll tell you when because I had to write down. But so I don't want to influence in any sort of way.
Is it just a single d6?
Yeah.
Right.
And one more thing.
So what is
Also-
Blood Sentinel?
I believe
Blood
it makes it
Sentinel.
familiar.
It makes you a familiar for 10 minutes per level, basically. And if it dies, then you take intelligence damage.
Aha.
Yeah.
It does not give you alertness, though.
No.
It has a quite strong spell, though. It's a
The
third
scroll
level
of familiar, scroll of bird. Scroll of familiar, scroll of horse.
So
Basically, that's what we got, yeah.
technically, that Blood Sentinel would be for like either me or Evan. Is anyone else a sorcerer or wizard or alchemist?
Honestly, it'd be just you, I think. To be real.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of how Evan would use that.
Little construct. thing.
Homunculus.
Yeah, homunculus.
Or a
Yeah,
construct. I guess you a blood powered construct.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
could grind it up as sort of the energy for powering a little construct.
I guess I
Tinder.
could use mount.
Yeah, what just get meant? Yeah, I need that d6 now.
Yeah, I'm on it. I put toll instead of roll. There we go, 4.
Okay. Woo! Okay.
Did
Ooh,
I
we got
do
one of the
good?
interesting ones.
Well, you got one of your first storage items, which isn't particularly a storage item per se.
Okay, I fail to see how
Is
a
it a
storage
hat?
item is not a storage item.
Well, it's not like a
It's a
bag
hat.
that you could shove shit in. It's very specific.
Ah, okay.
It's a bag for holding Electrum coins.
Oh, God.
It only works on Electrum.
Mm-hmm.
I would not
Oops, what
use
the
it.
fuck did I do? Oh wait, you can actually give us one. Okay, I'll shift up. This is still a storage item, and it's also one of the weirder ones, so I'm glad to finish this. This one's
Yeah.
region specific, so I can't actually use it here.
Okay.
Pokemon. This one's just weird, so I'm sure it'll be fun. Hold it, please.
What the fuck?
Oh, in
What?
that chat.
Just that first sentence.
It's important to remember.
The clown key.
What
You
the
ever wonder how they
fuck?
fit that many clowns in those tiny cars? Well, now you know.
J-Mac, I hate you.
Oh, I love it.
I can't make anything but straightforward. It has to be convoluted.
Yeah, we're noticing. I love it.
Thanks, I hate it.
Well, our fridge is going to get bigger.
I mean, does the
Yeah.
fridge have a keyhole?
Yeah.
You could install a keyhole on it.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
And yeah, technically there's nothing saying that you can't just like find a way to add a keyhole to a thing and then use
I mean,
it.
either way, put a padlock on something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just padlock the door.
It would work on anything like a jewelry box, anything like that it would work on.
Technically, it also works in your rooms. However, I'll tell you now, there is a maximum amount of space it can affect, but assume it's probably bigger than you'll ever reasonably use.
Silas
Unless
is,
you're very stupid and attempts to use it on a massive room.
Silas is very tempted to use that on his own room.
We use it on the front door of a mansion. Or the front door of the dormitory. There you go, the whole dorm's bigger.
I'll tell you now, that won't affect the entire dorm, but will affect all the places that isn't like behind another door.
It'll,
Mm.
yeah. So
So the
main
common
halls
room
and-
would get bigger.
Yeah, which
Common
is
room's
already
really
pretty
big.
I mean, if you removed everyone's bedroom doors,
Technically, yes, then it would work.
Yes, remove
But then
everyone's
once you put the
bedroom
doors
door.
back on, I think it'll mess up the.
Yeah, I mean, you could use
No.
curtains.
No.
Ooh,
As,
beat
as
curtains.
someone who lives in a room with 2 walls of them being curtains, let me tell you how this
not
is a
good.
terrible idea, and no one should ever go for it.
I mean, to be
No.
fair, the walls are already paper thin. It's not like the doors are blocking sound.
Who knows? Maybe the extra distance will make it easier to ignore people.
I mean, rules as written, everyone would take a -2 on their perception checks for each room apart as well. Use the extra
Yes,
space.
yes. You can also use it on your bags if you can figure out how to get lock onto them to get a bit of extra.
Once again, a padlock.
Yeah. Just don't let it fall.
Like that's actually kind of the most easy thing. Is just a padlock.
Ooh, interesting thing to note with that is that the flat space, it adds flat space to a storage container. Meaning if you have a padlocked pocket, then you have a 10-pound carrying pocket.
Yes. Or the arcane pocket spell, basically.
Yes.
Arcane pocket, but you can't cast it because it's a bit broken if you just
That's
cast
a
it.
very... Yeah.
What are clowns doing on this island? You do not know. But apparently they existed here at
want
one
to
point
know.
in time.
They were probably like the primary form of
I
entertainment.
like the
for these
idea they were
people.
actually clown adventurers.
Oh god, it's just a party of mimes.
JMac,
Yeah.
I'm sending you an item that costs only 250 gold for me to
Oh.
craft.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it this afternoon in a panic.
Fair enough. Ooh.
Detection of hands.
Where you wrote detect that, do you mean possession?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd accept that as an item if you wanted to craft it.
I will do that this afternoon, and I will avoid sleeping to do so.
Jesus, man. No. But for now, session is over. If anyone has anything they want to do on their day off, feel free to talk to me about it now. Big Man, I'm gonna send you your first 3 rolls of what this can your infomorph can potentially be.
Cool. Also,